That's probably on camera now. Okay. Hi, everybody. Scott from the Sheboygan Chamber. We're here with Dr. Armstrong, and it is, I think it's International or National Dentists Day this Friday. So we thought, what better way to celebrate that was to come to one of Sheboygan's dentists and talk a little bit about teeth and all things dentistry, I guess. So, Dr. Bob, good to see you.
Good to see you, Scott.
Thanks for being here. How long have you? I was going to say.
How long have I been
well,
here?
Yeah, I was going to say, how long have you been harassing the children of Sheboygan with sharp objects?
Since 1989. I came in the summer of 1989 after I graduated from dental school in 87, and then I worked as a hospital dentist for 2 years. We did a wide variety of treatment of adults, children in the operating room. And then I came here and I thought, great, I'm really ready to go. And then I decided I don't want to treat people in the hospital. I'd rather be a general dentist. So that's what I decided to do.
So now here at your practice here, you're all family, right? So you got kids, you've got mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa. Any specialties that people may not know of that you guys do here, or?
Well, first of all, I'm a general dentist.
Okay.
And my training was really focused on people that were well behaved, liked going to the dentist, and then I moved to Sheboygan in reality setting, and we started seeing a lot of geriatric patients that needed both denture work and fillings. And now the focus is really changing to the 6-month-old child that's getting its first tooth up to age 5. The University of Michigan did a study, and they said if you have early intervention with these children, they sit on mom's lap, and then the mom leans the child into my lap, and I do an exam, a cleaning, and a fluoride treatment, and then this all happens relatively quick. And then the child sits back up, and it used to be, when your child can behave, we'll see your child in this office. And now we get this 6-month-old, it's only got 1 tooth, maybe 2.
Right.
And I'm cleaning them, and I'm putting fluoride on them. And the U of M study showed that, to make numbers easy, 1/3 of these children that they studied needed a filling or 2, or nothing. 1/3 of them needed to go to the hospital to have advanced dentistry done. 1/3 had already gone to the hospital and had advanced dentistry done.
Wow.
And once they did this study, the number of children that needed a filling or 2 was about 10 to 15%, and 85% of the kids needed nothing. It was that remarkable of a study.
Wow.
And this study came out, I had it on my desk. It came out about 2.5 years ago, and dentistry is really taking it by the reins and running with it, because nobody wants to work on your 3-year-old kid.
No, I would imagine not. I have a 5-year-old, and that's I can only imagine.
No. The way I look at it is, if I take care of little Johnny and Susie, and the parents are happy that little Johnny and Susie are taken care of, the parents are going to come see me.
Yeah.
And if the parents come see me, their grandparents and their aunts and uncles are going to come see me.
Sure.
And it's been a success for me for the 30 years that I've been here.
Good. You said the kind of word of mouth thing, and new people come see you. Are you taking new patients?
Oh, yeah, we're taking new patients. What I'm terrible at is marketing.
That can be tough.
It's not my thing. I'm not going to send out mass mailings. I guess I'm old-fashioned.
Sure.
When the yellow pages were a thing, that's for people that didn't have cell phones back in the day. When was the last time you picked up a telephone book?
It's been a while.
I guess eventually I'll have to update my webpage again and get more of a social media presence. Yeah.
All right. So
basically, my marketing is really, the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, and that's good because for a lot of members, they're in kind of that same boat. They're Sheboygan area is full of a bunch of small businesses, a lot of family businesses. Maybe 1, 2. A large business would have 5 staff members or so, and they're specializing in whatever they do in their business, and they're not specializing in other stuff. And so that's a great place for the chamber to kind of step in and maybe help with that kind of stuff. I mean, our job is to back you up with whatever you might need so that you can do your job better. Because Lord knows you don't want me poking around in people's mouths trying to do dentistry. So I'll do the chamber stuff, you do the tooth stuff, and we're good. So, all right. So what's the next step? What's the next phase for you? How do you see dentistry advancing here in Sheboygan? Or
the technology has changed dramatically in dentistry since I graduated. I graduated from dental school in 1987, and the changes I've seen just in my office, probably the most dramatic is digital x-rays. When we would take an x-ray the old-fashioned way, we would expose a film, take it in the back, tear the film open, run it through a processing unit, and 8 minutes later, I had a film. And I would hold it up to a really bright light, look at it under magnifying glasses, and then make a determination. And now we use digital x-rays. They use probably 25% of the radiation dose exposure, so that's nice for the patient.
Yeah.
They're getting less radiation.
Remember those big lead shields you had to put
and now
on
they're a mylar fabric, probably similar to Kevlar. Because it's enough to stop the radiation from penetrating the body. And we put a sensor in the mouth, we snap an image, and a half a second later, this image that is 1.5 feet by 1 foot is up on the screen, and that's a nice film. It's instant gratification, and everybody likes instant gratification.
Of course.
Then the drills, we call them handpieces in dentistry, but the drills that we use have changed since I was in school. Mine are electric now. They used to be air-driven, little turbines. They sounded like a jet screaming. Now they're electric. They're significantly quieter. The best fillings when I graduated from dental school were gold. You look at my mouth and I have all gold fillings. They were done by my classmates, my colleagues.
Really?
While I was done in dental school, I probably have 12 gold fillings. And now we use a white metal called zirconia. Most people are familiar with zirconia because they're used to the clear version of it, which is called cubic zirconia.
The fake diamonds,
The fake diamonds.
Yeah.
Well, zirconia is an element. Oxygen is an element, carbon is an element. Zirconia is an element. It's a white metal. And it's milled using a computer. And then they bake porcelain on it so it looks tooth.
Okay.
They can introduce dyes into the zirconia and make it certain shades. And then they bake porcelain to it, and it's a tooth replacement. A crown is nothing more than a tooth replacement.
Sure.
And it looks like a tooth instead of a gold hunk in your mouth. Because I used to have patients that just hated the gold fillings.
I'm sure.
But, mine are 30 and approaching 40 years old. They're still in good shape.
That's good. All right, so burning question.
Okay.
How do you guys, you dentists, how do you understand what people are saying when you've got all the tools and things in your mouth? Because you guys always ask us questions and we go, how do you understand that? Is there a special class?
There's not a special class. I am probably what you would call a professional conversationalist. I'm used to holding one-sided conversations. I try and ask questions that I already probably know with a good amount of certainty what the answer will be. So it's not a leading question, but sure, I'll ask yes and no questions. I won't ask you, the global impact of the Chinese yen on the European community. I'm not going to ask for a dissertation.
Maybe answer that on a good day.
But, I am going to ask a question that will be relatively short.
Yeah. Just kind of curious.
Yeah.
All right.
And I forgot that. Have I ever been bitten?
Oh.
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes. Most of the time it's unintentional.
Okay.
And I'm not as fast as I used to be, but I can still pull my fingers out pretty quick. And the patient usually goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And one child, decades ago, bit me maliciously, thinking it would be funny.
Have you ever run into those people later on? Like, maybe they're in their 20s or 30s or whatever now? Is it,
that child that bit me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. He was special needs, and he just thought it would be funny.
All right.
And he chomped down. Boy, that hurt.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up here. I think I do have one last question. So for my 5-year-old at home, how long should I tell him to brush?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. This is all right. That's what I want to check. Okay.
And
because he doesn't believe me sometimes.
right. And you can go to your dentist and get disclosing solutions. We give our children disclosing tablets and little sand timers. And the sand timers last about 2 minutes. And we tell little Johnny or Susie, turn it over and then brush your teeth. Then when you're done brushing your teeth, then you use the disclosing tablet. And then you look in the mirror and
see what you missed.
Shine a light, and it shows you how effective you are or are not.
Right.
So 2 minutes is a normal brushing time, and then you should take about 1 minute to floss.
Okay.
And if everybody in America flossed the way I taught them, I would fix broken teeth and never do a filling. Most people think, they yell at me to floss, but I don't want to. In reality, when I see a new patient, I sit them down and I show them how to take care of their teeth, I show them how to brush, how to floss, and I always tell them, if you take care of your teeth like this for the rest of your life, you will not need to see me except twice a year or if you accidentally break something. Because most people incorrectly look at the flossing that they do and they say, oh my goodness, my gums are bleeding. I shouldn't do this again. And what I tell them is, if you scratch your arm and your arm bleeds, do you say, I'm never going to scratch my arm again? Or do you go, what in God's name is wrong with my arm?
Yeah.
And you should say the same thing with your gum tissues. Because healthy gum tissues do not bleed. Healthy gum tissues do not callus up and toughen up. Healthy gum tissues are just tough all by themselves.
Okay. Tough gums.
It's all about tough gums.
You made a good place to leave it. So, thank you very much, chamber member. Thanks for giving us some time here. I think I have to go and get my teeth cleaned or something now. I don't know. But thanks everybody. We'll see you the next time on Chamber Chat. Have a good rest of your day.